Welcome back to Eagle's Eyes. I'm here to report on the news, the emergency news, as the whole world knows at this time, that America, in coordination with Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu, coordinated and collaborated a very successful bombing. What's in my heart to discuss today is the after effects. As President Trump gave his address to the American people that it was a great success. It was, and yes, personally, I believe that it was very necessary for America to stand with Israel. That has always been very important because Israel is God's land and they are our ally. Number two, the reason why it was very important to bomb the nuclear sites for the very purpose that the Lord in His Word commands Israel to destroy all their enemies. In the Old Testament, from the very beginning, you had the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Girgashites. And the Lord said, you need to destroy all these ites. And if you don't destroy them, then they will be thorns and pricks, and they will overcome you. So, Iran has been an enemy of Israel for many, many hundreds of years. And it's time. No ceasefires, no negotiations can extinguish the animosity and the hatred that is with Iran against Israel and the Jewish people. And the only solution is to take out your enemies. So yes, according to Bible prophecy, if we look at Jeremiah chapter 49, the Bible clearly reveals the outcome of this event and what Iran's future is. And it's the vengeance of the Lord. The Lord will allow the U.S. and Israel to totally destroy Iran because the Lord has given a promise, a covenant promise to Israel that He will destroy all her enemies. Verse 35, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah the prophet against Elam in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah king of Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will break the bow of Elam, the chief of their might. And upon Elam I will bring the four winds from the four corners of heaven, and will scatter them toward all those winds. And there shall be no nation whither the outcasts of Elam shall not come. For I will cause Elam to be dismayed before their enemies, and before them that seek their life. And I will bring evil upon them, even my fierce anger, saith the Lord. I will send the word after them, till I have consumed them. Now, you have that at the very conclusion of Jeremiah chapter 49, which then goes into the downfall of Babylon in Jeremiah chapter 50 and Jeremiah chapter 51. We're right here. Now, if you look at my videos on FGM TV, for the longest I've been speaking about Iran, that when I was in an open vision, that I saw a missile come from the east of Florida near Miami from a submarine going over to strike New York City. I knew by the Spirit that that missile was sent by Iran in coordination with Russia. Russia launched the missile, but Iran was behind it. That was the day of America's demise, when she was destroyed by her enemies. The Statue of Liberty fell into the ocean, and it all began on that day of a terrible, sudden, uncalculated terror attack on America. And I believe that there's a false flag event coming. So where are we now? Because of this strike on Iran, of course we must expect retaliation. As a matter of fact, Iran has just put out a memo just this afternoon. Of course, we know when America is destroyed in Jeremiah chapter 50, it's an assembly of nations against her, which are China, Russia, North Korea, and some other ones, of course, in Iran. So even though we are going to destroy Iran, Iran is going to retaliate along with the other nations, and America in the long run is going to be the one who suffers blow, because the Bible says that she shall not only cease as a nation, but there will be no inhabitant left. Well, beloved, this is a time to pray. It is the Iran war that is the trigger to World War III and the rapture. Of course, the Bible declares that Jerusalem shall be a cup of trembling in the hand of the Lord against all the nations. And so our prophetic time clock is looking at Israel. Another alert, and this is not information I personally hold, but information that has come to me, that there is a warning on the 19th of June. Sent our naval ship, the USS Nimitz, into the waters, about 3,000 U.S. Marines. And there has been rumors of a false flag attack from Iran, that Iran will strike our ships in the sea. And that is what they have threatened today, to strike our ships in the sea. So we need to really intercede over that. And the interesting thing, if you look at the movies, and I'm not going to name the ones because I'm not a movie buff. I never look at movies and I'm not really into that. But it is clearly revealed that the higher ups communicate what they're going to do next on the world scene as far as false flags. They put the information in movies. It's unfortunate. There are a lot of movies that are portraying exactly where we are right now. So everything that's happening has all been pre-planned, pre-staged events, unfortunately, that even our president is playing along with. So we do need to pray. But in the midst of all that, without giving the enemy any glory, what they're doing is they're fulfilling Bible prophecy, even in the midst of all that, because he is the God of judgment. Time is up. So we have had a lot of videos about the coming of the Lord coming. I thought maybe it would be when I was in India, because I had the dream about going on the bus. But remember, my visions and dreams could be almost 15 years. I'm always ahead of the game. But now I am seeing the very things that I have been dreaming for years. If you look at FGM TV, we're here now. All of my videos are talking about this time period now, this year. And I personally believe that since this is Israel's 77th year, this is a year of the rapture. I believe that it's in the year 2025. And this is what the Lord has been telling me, that we're getting ready to go home. I mean, all my visions about the bride leaving, getting on the bus before all my missions are over. I personally believe that since we passed May 15th, there was no promise that it was May 15th. That's just the day I was raptured in the dream. But since we passed May 15th, the logical next feast that has not been fulfilled is the Feast of Trumpets. It has to be the Feast of Trumpets. It's the only feast that speaks of the bridal marriage, the coronation of the king, the trumpet sounding, 100 blasts of that. I believe that our next high watch date is now for the Feast of Trumpets in September, because this is a time period that there will be an acceleration. By September, this war will be full-fledged, triggered all around the world. I don't think we have very much time. And in closing, make this as short as possible. I was asking the Lord, he woke me up early in the morning a few hours ago last night and says, I want to show you something. And because I had been asking, Lord, when is the rapture? Because you've been telling me I'm getting ready to go. I've been having dreams that time is up. Everything is kind of concluding. Dreams I'm going to be with the king. Of course, that last video I showed you, I was going into a tent. It was the marriage supper of the Lamb. That tent that we were lining up for was for heaven. Already in line, waiting for the trumpet to sound to go into heaven for the marriage supper of the Lamb. I mean, those are wonderful dreams. And I'm not having a lot of destruction, disaster dreams. That's why we're not doing a lot of Eagle's Eyes at this time, because the dreams and visions he's already given me in the past are for now. He's already recorded them. He doesn't need to keep telling me over and over and over again. They're already recorded. I would like to encourage you and invite you to look at my playlist, no matter how many years back, because every single video now is for now. It's for now. My eyes are open because I'm saying, oh my goodness, when I see these rockets positioned by Russia, North Korea, I said, I saw that in the vision already. So the Lord said, I want to show you something. So last night at 4 o'clock in the morning, there was a man who had said, Jesus actually came to me face to face and gave me the date when the end of the world begins and when the rapture occurs. Now, I know right now I'm going to lose a lot of you when I say when the rapture occurs. But I really believe that this man is right on, because the Lord had told me for the month of September I was not to book any meetings after the first week of September. I have a meeting the first week of September. I'm not going to broadcast right now where that is. But he told me after that meeting, I was not to book anything else because he was coming in the month of September. And I just figured it had to be Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Tabernacles, one of those. I wasn't sure which one. But I felt like the rapture was happening in September. Well, this man says Jesus is coming to him face to face and giving him the date. Now, I have screen recorded this video. I want you to watch the whole thing. I was thinking of just getting right to the point, but you need to watch the full video. He validates his visions, how Jesus has come to him, his walk with the Lord. And I believe the Lord has told us when he's coming. And beloved, we only have 3 months, exactly 3 months before the coming of the Lord. There's no time is up. You don't have as much time as you thought. And I would like to encourage you to get this video out to as many people as you can. Could he be wrong? He could be. But at this point, when we're on the verge of nuclear war anyway, what is its effect going to be on our lives? It's only going to help us expedite, be more accountable, be more diligent, be more disciplined in getting right to the nitty-gritty of what we need to do in the next 3 months. If you knew you only had 3 months left, what would you do? All your plans change when you expect Jesus to come this quickly. And I believe it's very good blood flow for every Christian to expect him to come, right? And put our house in order. We would tell our friends, we would evangelize more, whatever. It's not going to hurt. Because if he's wrong, we still know it's probably this year. We still know that we're right on the verge of it. We still know that we might have a few more months, but really, it's not too much further down than that. So I'm going to put this video out. I'm not saying it's God. I'm not saying it's God, but I do believe that he possibly heard from the Lord. I believe it's a high possibility that this is correct. Okay, like I said, I'm not validating that. I'm saying this is he's definitely going to come on this date. And he also gives a perfect explanation for the no man knows the day or the hour. So your excuse for not listening is over. You know, it just makes so much sense. So please watch this video. But I just want to show my face and tell you that I love you all. I'll be back here more often now because things are accelerating. There's a lot of news almost every other day. Please give me your comments. Please respond on comments. Tell me what you're feeling, what the Lord is showing you. I want to hear. Anyone who has any information, please communicate. I'm going to put this video in the comments as well as the description box. So please watch the full video until the end, because right when it gets to the end, he starts going into the last vision of when Jesus appeared to him. But you need to see the whole thing. It's about an hour, but it goes very quickly because it's outstanding. So anyway, I believe the rapture's in September, and we need to get ready to go home. This war is accelerating to nuclear war. And of course, what does the Bible say? He's going to pull us out of harm's way. I love you. God bless you. Shalom.